Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 4 video. We're back on to Salzburg Rosenheim. And yes, we're going to call it Salzburg Rosenheim instead of Salzburg Rosenheim. It's like losing Cersei. Yeah, it's just like, we'll just call it Salzburg Rosenheim. Sounds so much nicer and easier to say. But yeah, we're in the DBBR 185.2. This is actually the variant included with the route, so it's the Rail Lyon version. Why is that low res there? Wait, load properly. It's a bit low res. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, the 185, we're going to be taking it into the country, and quite literally into the country, as we're right on the German border. We are going up to Ubersee, so we're going all the way over here. So we're doing a fairly considerable amount of the route. About, well, 3/4 of the route. It says it's going to take about 4 to 37 minutes. I don't believe that, but it might. So we'll get all of the bits and bobs on. LZB, PZB, C4. Why does it say closed and open? Why can't it just be isolated and unisolated? Headlights, we'll get them on. Oh, hang on. I'll quickly just do that again. There we go. RFB, RFB. Yeah, steer them, yeah. We'll put that up to 40. Just to get us moving. Right. It looks like we do have the clear to go. Any manual points in this yard we need to change, or we're sort of good to go straight away? Well, so we can't go very far because there's a train literally just ahead of us. But this one's allowing us out. So let's do that. Let's slowly but surely get moving. There's definitely a few changes to this as well. I don't remember seeing this on here, where you can sort of change the sort of power on here. So there's a few little changes to this train. Unless this one is the one from Castle Versberg, like the same sort of one. Possibly. Right. Brakes should be releasing. We're not the longest of trains. Yeah, see, we're not that long. We got a 182 there on a freight service. Yeah, nice 182 there from Rapid Transit. Lovely train. What else we got? Whilst we're waiting for the brakes to release, 363. That's from Russilk Nord. Another 185. Another 363, but in Deutsche Bundesbahn livery. Got a Dosto there, and of course the 111 as well, which is there. In fact, we actually do have every train. Oh no, it's not a talent one there. Oh well, scratch that. Right, let's get going. Let's get moving. That signal says we can go. So take it nice and slow, as if we will slip, we'll probably get emergency brakes. It'll be like, oh no, you went above, 45 or whatever. Also going to do PZB override here. Oh, I didn't bloody do it. I think it thinks we've gone for a red light, but we haven't. Also, I did have that before. But yeah, I mean 2000 hertz, I think that's for going for a red light. But that was not a red light. So not sure about that. I mean, that one is there. But not that one. Right, well, let's get a bit more power and start going again. Slowly. Just move a bit closer to the signal. Once the brakes are fully released again. So we will take a little bit of time. There we go. Right, now we can get moving. We got green over yellow. So we should have been alright coming out of there, but oh well. At least now we can actually get out the yard straight away. What the hell's that? Whoa, there's like a floating thing our train has just hit. Interesting. So that we go, Freilassing. I know it's not how you say it, but you know, English pronunciations. Freilassing, whatever. I know some lovely people have put comments in the chat saying that's how you say it, that's how you say it. I can't remember. Thanks if you have put those comments in there. No, take it nice and steady. Just unrestrict ourselves. I don't want Pisa to be looking at what we're doing. So 37 kilometres, so yeah, it's a fairly lengthy journey, especially if we're following another train. That'll make it be a bit longer. But off we go. I'm just going to turn up the audio just a smidge. Obviously it's an electric train, so it's not the loudest. There you go, as we head out. Wonder what train we got on the turntable. And I think that's a 103 again. I thought they were meant to change over to other trains, but no, 103 again. Which on this route there actually is a service in the 103, just one. It's like an express service. Right, our top speed is 120 kilometers an hour, as we are sort of light freight. So we'll wait for the back of the train to pass over the points, and then we'll speed up to 120 kilometers an hour. Although saying that, we did have a green over yellow, so we won't do that until we see the next signal. Then we'll consider it. Depending on how far the next signal is. Hopefully not too far. But yeah, there we are. There's quite a lot of freight on this route as well. I mean, there's a lot of freight. It's a very, very freight heavy route. I mean, if you're doing a full line run end to end, you're going to see at least 2-3 freight trains. It is, yeah, a very freight heavy route. I mean, now we'll speed up a little bit, just a little bit more. It's a little bit slow, isn't it? Oh, there you go, green light anyway, or green distance signal. So up to 120, let's make the full use of that line speed. Which I think around Traunstein we'll have to come down, or was it Tillendorf, something like that? We'll have to slow down a little bit, but should be okay. The mountains in the background. Well, that one's higher than the clouds, big old mountain. Here is a 111, the other train included with the route. Oh, I try and sort of get them together, but oh, I mean, it sort of works. Yeah, I suppose we could make something out of that. Yeah. I'll try and get some cool screenshots. There we go, and there's the Dostos behind it. Right, we are off. The German freight's great. I mean, it's probably one of my favourite things to actually do on German routes is freight. It's electric, it's easy. German freight is just easy and simple. I mean, it's probably easier than most of the passenger trains. So if you're sort of starting off with German stuff, maybe do a little bit of freight. So it's yeah, it's just quite easy to operate. They've all got cruise control. They're all quite modern locomotives, at least most of them. It's just really fairly straightforward, and it's just chilled out. Very chilled out. But how's everybody finding Salzburg, Rosenheim? How is it? How's everybody getting on with it? Personally, I mean, I've only literally played. It's one of those routes where I literally only play it when we're recording something or streaming. But it's been very nice. I mean, the trackside scenery. Look at that. I mean, that is superb. I mean, the sort of foliage actually comes up to the track. Whereas on other routes, it's like really far away and just barren on each side. So that's a good job. You've got the lovely mountains in the background as well. Overall, just has a nice feel to it, the route. So yeah, fairly happy with it, or at least, I mean, it's not one of those routes where I'm not really interested. It's like, oh my god, I need to get home and play this route straight away. I did get a key from Dovetail. But yeah, what was I saying? What was I saying? yeah, I mean, yeah, it's personally not one of those routes. Say if I hadn't got a key for it, that's sort of it. So I'm not really interested in German stuff. I mean, if I hadn't got a key for it, would I have got this route? Probably not, because it's bad. I mean, it's a fantastic route. The quality of it's really good. It's just for the fact that I probably wouldn't have been too interested in it as a German route. Yeah. But on we go, though. I don't know, actually. It's hard to think what would I have got. I mean, I got Rosenheim and mainly Salzburg. I got most of the German stuff. You know, when that came out on TSW and TSW2, I did get most of the German stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I would have picked up this or not. I would say probably not, because I would be waiting for the Goblin line. I'd be like, oh, I'll save my money to get Goblin. Right down to 110. Which I know a few people are doing. A few people are sort of missing this route out, waiting for the Goblin. Obviously UK rail enthusiasts. Or UK players. Yeah, it's a very nice looking route though. I would get a flyby shot, but I don't know where the next warning board is, so I don't want to miss it. So we get a nice little flyby shot here on the corner. Sifa, I know you're trying to ruin the party. Man, that's quite cool though, isn't it? That goes past. I don't know if those wagons are new of this route. I think they are. Could be. Right. Coming down to 100, so that is fine by me, as it can't really go much quicker, so we go, a bit of Sifa as well. Look at the mountains up there though. The mountains have been done really well. I don't know if that one might be actually not like non-distancing, but it's quite confusing the way they worded how they did the mountains. Like they are, even though they are distant in the distance, they're not actually distant scenery. It's been done in like a different way. Yeah, a bit confusing, but yeah, they're not actually distant scenery. They look really nice though. Especially that one, look at that sort of snow on top. So look, this is the good thing about Freight, you just don't need to worry about stations. Like if we were doing a passenger service, it would be like, oh, we're coming up to Traunstein or whatever, or Teissendorf, is it? Whereas on this, all I need to look at is signals, speed limit, that's it, just chilled out. I know we've still got a very long way to go, so it's just, yeah, it's relaxing. Especially on a route like this where you've got the nice scenery to look at. It's not like just a straight line, or really slow as well, like US freight routes. It's engaging. Right, what's this one? Is this Teissendorf? Yeah, I think this is that Teissendorf. Yeah, something like that. As we continue our way along. You know, scenery, I just can't get enough of it. It's one of those routes. A bit like Dovetail Barn or Blackpool branches, where you're sort of just looking at the scenery and you're thinking, wow. I don't think we've done a journey this way either, so sort of getting a new perspective as well. I wouldn't say the scenery is... Oh, hello, that's a nasty signal. That's one of the less relaxing things. What was I saying? About the scenery, wasn't I? Yeah, I wouldn't say it's at the Dovetail Barn level, but it's pretty close. pretty close indeed. Probably going to come to a stop. I did try and release the brakes quite early there. Hooladada, yeah. Whatever that means. Probably like stop putting power on. It was a double yellow, so a double yellow distance signal. So yeah, a nasty signal that is. So we'll take it a bit slower. Just a little bit. Sifa, yes, I know you're joining in with the fun. Look at that though. And the colours as well of the route look really nice. Looks much brighter, like a brighter sort of green for the veg and foliage. Oh no, green now, brilliant. That's unfortunate. Oh, that train which is ahead of us has obviously got a bit further away again. Sifa, yes, okay. And restrict ourselves and back up to 100. Just like that. There's the cat ace. She's like, let me out. I thought we just started recording. No. No, you're going to have to wait. You can't keep disrupting us. Disruptive passenger. Well, that's a freight train, so... yeah. Disruptive second seat person. On we go. Lovely mountains. And I've turned dynamic weather off for this. Just up. If I'm being honest, do not bother with dynamic weather, especially on a route like this. High-speed routes, East Coast Main Line, Castle Versberg, maybe Schnell Fahrstrecke, Köln. I know that's one of the old ones, so I don't know. But yeah, Castle Versberg, maybe southeastern high speed, depending on what bit you're doing. But yeah, you get the dynamic weather on as you're travelling a large area within a small amount of time, so the weather is going to change quite quickly. But yeah, for a route like this, I just don't bother with dynamic weather. Because you'll get about 10 minutes in, bright blue sky, and all of a sudden it gets foggy. And then the fog just disappears randomly. Which is like... yeah, dynamic weather's a bit... yeah, if you're doing like a slower route. High speed it works well. But anything other than high speed, it's like, no. So on this route, I'd personally just use custom weather, unless you want the weather changing every 2 kilometres. It's also nice in this train, I'm literally just able to enjoy the scenery. Like in the 111, you're sort of doing the running it up and making sure you don't overcharge it, and it's a bit more hands-on. Whereas on here, it's still engaging because you've got PZB and all the signals and speed limits, etc. But yeah, so you don't need to worry about the stations or anything like that. So it's just I can sort of just sit back a bit more and enjoy the scenery, which on this route is enjoyable. It's probably about the 5th time I've said that this video, but oh well. And also there is also an Ebula for this route as well, which our lovely moderator SNCF has created. So we'll use that at some point. I'm not using it for this as we're a freight run and fairly straightforward. But for when we do a future stream on here, like the 101, I'll whip it out. The Ebula, that is. That's a 120. This route's also on Train Sim Classic. I want to say it's done by RSSLO, so it looks a bit sort of meh on there. So it's nice to have it refreshed in here. Like the one time we've done the route on TSC. Oh, 2 times actually. We're coming up to that embankment. Is this the embankment? That really cool embankment? I think it is. Yeah. I mean, what a view though out over there. You cannot say that it does not look good. It's just awesome. Yeah, Sifa, yeah, okay. Well, to be honest, most German routes do tend to look nice. I mean, Russia Nord, one of the oldest German routes, looks still fantastic. Main Spessart Bahn looks fantastic. And again, a nasty signal. I mean, that's a really nice, nasty signal. Sifa, it's not really helpful you going off whilst we're, trying to sort this out. Good, we got sort of a double distance signal here, that's good. That's quite handy. A little bit of power just to counteract that braking. Although saying that, the red light's literally just there, so maybe we should brake a bit more. Dada. Yeah. So you don't really get a lot of time to react to these things. You have still got to be on the ball. Typical that. Slow right down, green light. Probably following a 111 on a regional barn service. I would assume that's what we're following. So if we get past the signal, we'll release ourselves from PZB monitoring. There we go. And now we can do whatever we want. As PZB does not care because it's not watching us. Cool. Let's go. Yes. Cool. So we continue on, soldiering on. Let's get a little, a little scene. What we can get? Can we get a bit of grass? There we go. A little bit of grass, a bit of that. There must be some sort of school or something. I can hear like people shouting and whatever. I like those little scenes you can get on CSW. Sort of close up, bit of veg, tracks. Around the corner, probably a red line. And I'll be dreading getting this nice shot. Oh, it just looks beautiful though. They must be new, those wagons. Yeah, I don't know if we have seen them before. They look good though. VTG as well. So that's the same company who do the tankers, or have branded tankers on the cargo line volume 1 pack, which are the VTG tankers. Oh, that was bumpy. Well, just a really nice journey though. I'm really glad we've done a bit of freight. Right, if you have made it this far in the video as well, thank you very much for watching this far. All is very much appreciated. And yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying Salzburg Rosenheim videos. Should hopefully be plenty more to come. There's still a few more layers to do, or a few more substitutes in the layers. Not all of them with video, probably do the 101 as a stream, as that's quite a long service. But yeah, keep an eye out. But this one is one of the base services for the route, in the base 185.2, which is included with the route. Up to 120. Well, saying that, I bet that'll be a double yellow coming up. It hasn't sort of loaded just yet, or has it? Oh no, it's a green. Okay, that's good. Although probably just before the next station it will go double yellow. So in fact, I'm actually let's just stay at this speed. I don't think there's actually any point speeding up because we're just going to catch up to that other train at the next station. Assuming it's a regional barn service. Which means it will stop at basically every single stop. If it's an intercity service, we might be alright. I'd rather not sort of whiz along just catching up to the train ahead of us. Would be defensive driving. So I reckon I'm probably going to get a double yellow again relatively soon. I was saying that, I think we are coming up to Traunstein, so we might be okay if it hasn't brought up. Hang on, no, tell a lie. Now we've got a 70 coming up. Start coming down, so that's no biggie. So we've got like 30 odd seconds to come down to 70, which seems like not a lot of time, but it's, well, if you stick the brakes on quite quickly, you've got plenty of time. The dreaded 1000 hertz magnet. CFA, yeah. Yeah, alright, yeah. CFA, yeah. We'll stick that to 70 as well. So we'll do 65 just to be on the safe side. Want it going over that. We'll unrelease ourselves. And it's now 70 kilometers an hour, which is one of those places where you can see why. It's quite a tricky corner. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is going to be nice. Go up, go up. As long as there's not a blimmin' red light on the other side. That is nice. River, the water looks really nice as well. Good reflections in it as well. So yeah, I think this is Traunstein. I think you get a branch line going off here. So is it Riftolf, something like that? And you can see the 425 here, which isn't drivable. The mountains there. We've really picked like just a good time of day and good service today. And a good train as well. There's a 628. Oh wait, not in service though. Round we go. German signalling is great. If you understand German signalling, it's great. If you don't, it's going to be a bit of a pain. I do recommend it. Try and learn German signals, because when you do, you'll think, wow, these are great. And actually every route you can just do HUDless. Well, all you need to know are stations, that's it. That is the brilliant thing about German routes. They're so easy to learn HUDless. I mean, I don't know this route, but we're doing it HUDless. Because I've got a rough idea of the stations already. Don't have no idea about speed limits or anything like that. Because I know the PZB German signals, it just tells me what's it. It tells me everything I need to know. You know, if we're coming up to a 40 km an hour coming across a junction, it tells me. It's a very good signalling system. Slightly, well, quite a bit more advanced, I suppose, than UK signals. It actually tells you about speed limits. So we're meant to be there in about 7 minutes, but I don't think that's going to happen, but that's fine. It's been enjoyable so far. We haven't got to that stage where it's like, oh, just get us there. Not yet. Still greens, which is nice. Let's get another little flyby shot. And just hope there's not a warning board round the corner. That'd be a warning board on that bridge. Seafar, I can handle that. Just. Okay. No warning board yet. If the emergency brakes come on, you know what? You know why. So yeah, Ubersee, I don't actually know, is that before Princhimsey? You got that Bergen station, I think that might be the next one. Maybe we'll then after that. There's a warning board. For 90, which we're going at, so that is perfectly fine. So I think Freilassing was at the 77 kilometre board? So yeah, we've done a fair amount already. I think it was 37 kilometres, so we've got about maybe 10 kilometres left. So I remember coming out of Freilassing and saying I think 77. So we've done a fair bit. See, AFBs, you know, we got the cruise control and it's keeping us at a good speed. I mean, there's not really anything to worry about at the moment. I mean, we might have to put a little bit of train brake on. But at the moment, the dynamics are keeping us, the sort of automatic dynamics are keeping us where we should be. Which is good. That's what we want. Sort of wind down here. Mountains, though, look at them, look gorgeous in the distance. Sun shining off them, bit of snow on top as well. Anyone been to sort of, I suppose, mountain right at the Alps, or sort of particularly, you know, near Rosenheim? Seafar, yeah, there we go. Cool. So we should be coming up to Bergen station, I think, quite soon. I think that's quite that bridge there comes quite soon after it. So we are getting there. Cool. Probably hear the cat meowing. Still wants to go out, but I have to wait until we get there, which is not too far now. So the speed started running away there just a little bit, but enough. So I think that's Bergen station. But it's now 100 kilometres an hour, but we'll keep it at 90. So I think it is still downhill quite a bit. See that. Too far off. I don't know if it's the next station or the one after Ubersee. It'll be one of them. I know, sort of when it gets straighter. I mean, it could actually be coming up already. I mean, it did say 37 minutes. And it's been 34. So it might be coming up soon already. What's on this signal? Yeah, that's a green, so we'll probably have a green over yellow coming into it, or a double yellow, and then down to a red. Yeah, it can't be too far now. can't remember if it's Primchimsee before or Ubersee. I know, again, that's not how you say it. I will try and learn it eventually. Probably on a live stream. Someone's like, wait, say it like that, and I'll be like, oh yeah. This route's 88 kilometres in total, so it's quite a lengthy route for the game. It's about 50 miles or so. Which, yeah, it's not too bad. So there are longer routes in the game, but this one's quite, well, it's an hour and, you know, slow. I think even a fast service is an hour from one end to the other. So it's quite, you know, play time is about perfect. That's what I care about. I don't care about how many miles it is. I care about how long it takes to get from one place to the other. Like, say, Brighton Main Line, 1 hour. Yeah, from 1 hour, well, 55 minutes for a fast service, one end of the route to the other. It's perfect. Hour 10 minutes for a slow service. Perfect. But something like East Coast Way, where it's only like 35 minutes from, about 40 minutes from Brighton to Eastbourne. That's where it's a bit like, it could be a bit longer. Obviously there are exceptions, like the Isle of Wight, because that literally is realistically how long it is. And the price reflects that. So yeah, speed limit's 100, but just keeping it at 90. So yeah, I think we are still going downhill, so we don't really want the speed getting away, you know, too much. That's what we get up to 95. See, the dynamic brakes are on. In fact, it's 140 now, so we'll go up to 120 or 115. Try and make the most of that speed. Oh yeah, can't be too far though until Ubersee. This is where we need to start worrying about not going through the red light. Oh yeah, we'll just go full 120. Straightening out though. Oh, hang on. As soon as we speed up, there's a green over yellow. So we start slowing down. So they probably are now coming up to Ubersee. Considering we've got that signal there. So another 111 coming along. Hopefully we actually have enough time to slow down, so we're going a full 120 there. Should be okay, it's 30 seconds I believe. Although when you're battling under P's a bit slower, that should be okay. Don't come to a full stop. Well, this is Ubersee. Ubersee, however you say it. So it's 40 kilometers. I think it's actually 45. I go 40. And it had a distance double yellow, so that means we are coming up to the red. That was a really gentle service, and actually, I think I preferred that over the passenger service. Well, it's yeah, the 111. I think when I do this route, it'll just be freight or the 101. As the 111's just like to drive. So you know, running it up, running it down. It's very much hands-on. I just want to chill out on it, on this route. C5, yeah. No, coming down to 25, put that down even more. I think this was actually part 1 of the service, but we're not going to do the alphabet.
Türfreigabe.
I suppose it probably gets overtaken by a passenger service here. Let's have a look. Anything behind us? No, not for a while. Or maybe I know there's a driver changeover or something here. Must be a reason why it comes in. Unless it purely is just to split the service in half. Well, I was saying there's only about another 20 minutes and that would be the full shebang. Well, I'm sure there's a reason why it sits here. Probably is another train which goes through, maybe the IC service. Something will probably go through. Even if it's still quite far away. Seaford, yes, you're bloody irritating. The next train's still quite a way away. We'll go right up to the signal. I mean, we don't really need to stop on the platform unless it wants us, which I think it does actually want us to stop on the platform. So we'll stop on the platform. All the stations have massively long platforms on this route. I think it was like Euro, built for the Eurostar. That was really good, that. Properly enjoyed that. That's weird. Why on earth is it saying we were speeding like that? I mean, the top speed for our service is 120. Yeah, 120 for the PZB mode we're in. So I'm not really too sure why it said we've been speeding like tons, because we only ever went up to 120. I don't think, unless I've completely forgot, we went above. But yeah, the top speed for us is 120. So we couldn't have gone any faster. So I'm not really too sure why it's saying so. I mean, all that looks like we've been up to 140 or so. But yeah, that didn't happen. It was 120 the whole way. That wasn't too bad. This then goes back. What happens now? Okay, not a lot. It just, yeah. That's coming from me. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, have a lovely rest of your day, and hopefully see you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.